Welcome to Technique Friday with Els. Today I'm going to show you a Silk Microfine Glitter technique using one of my favorite dyes, the circle background. So this will be my main technique I'm going to show you, but I want to show you quickly two different other possibilities. So this is the tape sheets that I used for different techniques already. So you have a front and you have a back, and those release sheets that come off from the tape I can use for different techniques. So with the sheets you see you have this, that's the front, and the paper back side. So what I have here with this piece, I used the brown piece. That brown piece has one shiny side which is non-stick and one paper side which will stick to the tape. So here I have a piece of white cardstock with the tape on top. I'm going to take this off and I'm going to take that brown paper piece and I'm going to stick it down with the paper side. So I want it to stay there. So I'm not going to take this off anymore. So put this down. And this is a very fun technique as well. And as you can see here, I kind of use a color that almost matches the circles because I want it to be like a more subtle background. So that's on there. I'm going to put this aside for a second. And then with this one, I use the release sheet that's non-stick on both sides. So that's for this piece. So again, I have white cardstock with the tape on top. Going to take this off. Going to take that release sheet. Going to lay it on here. And going to press it down. Because with everything you do with the glitter, you know you need to press it down well. Otherwise the glitter will run underneath there. So there's so many possibilities with the glitter. Nothing gets to waste. Because in this case, you see, I use that release sheet. And I can, with this one, I can use it over and over and over again. So I'm first going to show you this piece. So I have here the saffron. Beautiful color. Using this to hold it. Just sprinkle it. And I'm going to brush it off lightly. Of course, coffee filter. And now I can hold it here. Put that release sheet on the side because that I can use to die cut other stencils. Tap that. Brush it off as well. Then I'm going to put this back into the jar. And then I'm going to polish this. And look what happens, especially with that saffron. Do you see how it starts to shine? It's amazing. Some colors you see change more than with others, but this one is stunning. So that's polished well enough. Then I'm going to take my Swiffer in this case and I'm going to, so that's a floor Swiffer, just clean it off. And I do that carefully because I want to get that stencil off in one piece so I can use it over and over and over again. So you see now I'm going to take this off. And this stays in one piece so I can use it over and over and over again. Then I'm going to take the warm diamond. I'm going to sprinkle that. And because it's a diamond and I want to keep it clean, I tap it off here, but I'm going to brush it off over my trash can because I don't want any specks of saffron in my diamond. So tap it off, and here I have a trash can and I'm just going to brush it off there, and then I'm going to polish it. And look how great of a background it is. If you add one of, just a saying, one of the words from Suzanne Cannon, Away with Words on there, and you have a beautiful card. And then just polish it. So that's this one. And then I have the other one here that's even simpler because that's going to stay. I'm going to hold it like this. And for this one I use the Desert Gold. So that stencil will not be removed in this case. So just, and of course now I use the background for the tape, but you can imagine you can also cut it out of a colored cardstock, just stick it on there and then fill it in with the glitter. So this will be nice with a flower, like one of Susan's flowers on there. Can you imagine a nice rose on there, or the hydrangea, the blue tones will work beautiful on that. And then again, I will take my Swiffer. You see, it only takes you a few minutes to make the most beautiful backgrounds. And then I'm going to take my fine pointed scissors and just trim around here. So that's another background. So now we go to the main piece. That's the card I did here, that piece. So for that one, colors I use, that will be on the project sheet because as you might know by now, you can download and print our project sheet with each Technique Friday. So here I have a piece that's this one, that is white cardstock with the clear double-sided adhesive on top. And then for the rest of the card I use the soft finish cardstock, and those colors will be mentioned on the project sheet as well. So I'm going to take this off. Use this as a handle for a second. Let me put this away for a second. And I'm going to show you a few circles, just a solid color on the back and a few circles. And as soon as you know how this works, you can do the rest yourself. So these are the leftovers, only the release sheets from that circle background. And I'm using the white ones here, but honestly, you can use the brown ones as well. The leftovers, just make sure you put it with the smooth sides, so with a non-stick side on the sticky tape then, because if you use the paper side, it will get stuck and stay there. But you can use those as well. So I'm just going to take circles and I'm going to put them randomly on that. Just space it out a little bit. Then you're going to take your release sheet, because you can imagine it needs to be pressed down well again, otherwise the glitter will run underneath there. And I actually had that with this card, and you can't see it anymore because I covered it with glitter dots. So I had a small mistake there, a small oops, and then I just used the glitter dots to cover that up. So I'm using the blue purple here. Going to sprinkle that one side, and as you can see I use my release sheet all the time to hold it, but I'm not going to put my glitter on there. I'm going to brush it off slightly, but I want to leave a little bit of glitter because I really want to fill it up. And now I take this off because I want to keep these pieces clean, because I want to use those to make other stencils. And as soon as you get all the glitter on there, it's messy and you don't want that. So tap it off, brush it off lightly, leave a little bit on. This goes back into the jar. So now polish. You see how well that color changes? I'm sure the camera will capture this a little bit. And with this one, because it's hanging over, make sure that you don't pick it up. So polish away from the edge. This one, circular motion a bit, and then polish away from the edge. Because you don't want to pick up that circle, because then the glitter will run and you will rub it underneath there. Take my Swiffer, brush it off. And again, with those circles that are hanging over the edge, make sure you kind of polish away or brush away. I'll clean the back as well. And now I can start picking up those circles. But watch what you can do. So you take your fine pointed tweezers, so I can lift this one up. So now I can just pick up another circle that's a little bit smaller and put it in here. Take your release sheet, of course, press it down. But I can also pick up a circle and leave it as it is. So let's take this one up and take a tiny one. So you can really play with those circles, and that's the fun thing about it. Let's do one more. Let's take this off. And also see if we have another small one here. So you can either leave them solid, one color, or you can put them back. Make sure they're all pressed down well. And now I can take one of the other colors. So this is the turquoise, and we always say work from dark to light. If you use white, it will absolutely be your last color, but in this case they're all kind of, you know, it's not really light, so it will work either way. So you can really play with these colors together. Brush it off well, because you don't want to polish that turquoise in your... I need to sprinkle because I don't know exactly what I... Oh, here we go. I have two next to each other, but that will be fine. So clean it off well. And turquoise, always one of my favorites. Make it sparkly. Make sure you see change. If you don't see change, you didn't polish it well enough. Clean it off. And then I'm going to pick up other ones. So let's pick up this one. I definitely want to put a circle back in that one. And then I'm going to pick up some solids. You see how much fun this is? This is so much fun to play with. Okay, now I can pick up that one from here if I want to. And let's use the lavender. Brush it off. Now polish this one. Now we're going to take those off again. Let's see, let's take this off. Going to take this off. And I will take this one off as well and then show you, because if I want to, of course, I don't need to make this in one color. I can take that small circle and put that back. And that's what you see here as well, here on the cards. You see, that's what I did there. You can, if I die cut small flowers, I could put a small flower in there. There is no end to the playing with the glitter. This is the sky that I have here. There we go. Now we're going to do the light green. So I will go back to one of the other colors. So we have the 2 small spots left. And I think we're going to make those lavender. Polish. Brush it off really well. And then I'm going to take these 2 off. And we're going to make those lavender. You see in the circles I can just put those back in the jar, and save those for any other project I want to do. So polish these. That's it. You see, so I had my little oops here, which you don't see anymore. And that's when I decided, okay, I need something to cover it up. So I take my glitter dots. So just pick them up. And you can do as many as you want, of course. And I have the turquoise and the violet that I'm using here, but of course they come in a variety of colors. So that's it, you see, so much fun. Soft finish cardstock as a base, because with the colored soft finish, you know, it's white on the inside, so it's very easy to use for a card. And I etched it a little bit with distress ink in this case. That's it for this Technique Friday. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And I also suggested a couple of more videos that I think you might enjoy.